So what's rubbing the United States wrong at the moment is that the United States is really feminine. Okay, it's really about completion. It's about, well, I can't tell that to the boys in Nebraska. And look, I have a lot of high school classmates who are amazing, but I mean, I'm a libtard to them. You know. Fair enough. And I always have been. They never appreciated me. But the point is, the U.S., by definition, has been built up as an inclusive society. A society that has every religion, every nationality, every racial tone of skin, everything you can name is in this country, right? And that's a completion thing. And Hitler's Germany and Nazism was about perfection. We're going to have a white country. There are going to be no Jews in this country. And God knows who they'd go after the Jews. I mean, they were also already going after the Slavs and
Gypsies.
Be careful there with your argument, though, because he got that from the United States. His eugenics theories all came out of the United States.
Well, he may have gotten the idea of eugenics out of the United States. I don't deny that.
And the United States was practicing those same exclusive policies with regard to race. That's where he got it.
To a degree, yeah, to a degree.
The extremes.
That was part of our inclusion.
Yeah, part of our inclusion was you have
to a degree, and we're trying to do it once again, and it's not going to wash. Well, anyway, in this paragraph 620, Jung makes this assertion that perfection is a masculine desideratum, while woman inclines by nature to completeness. Eve was not perfect because she fell for the serpent. Okay. Okay.
Could you elaborate on that concept of completeness?
Well, I think a woman will try to keep a family together, for example. And if there's a divorce, it's almost always the woman that keeps the children and tries to keep some sort of family unit, even if the man disappears.
I think that's the thing, the unit, idea of the union.
But hang on here. 80% of divorces are filed by women.
Well, they're filed by women because
they're not perfect.
Yeah, I mean, like, no.
Them for not being perfect.
But I see what you're saying. You're saying sort of a social integrity.
Yeah, I mean, my divorce was filed by my wife officially, but I was the instigator of the divorce.
We're gonna change it.
Well, and sometimes men do change. Okay, so when we went to a marriage counselor, we asked the marriage counselor, how does this come out? And he says he doesn't know. I don't know. He says, so what kind of help are you? and the point is that sometimes people adjust in such a way that they stay in the marriage, and sometimes they don't. Okay, and
one good reason to get out is because it got toxic. It certainly turns into kind of a poison.
But then you would expect a 50-50 instead of 80-20.
No, because I every time what he just said, I did the same thing.
I actually had a friend whose husband was cheating on her, and that's how she kept him. And I don't think I would have done this bargain, but she said, either you cut it out, or I'll take everything you've ever worked for. I think I'd want somebody who capitulated on those terms.
Well, and also that's sort of killing marriage too, because men are starting to say, hey, the laws aren't favoring us when we split up.
Yeah.
I'm not making this up. This is seriously happening.
Oh, I have no doubt that there are all kinds of solutions. So
Yeah.
So the point is that completeness is always imperfect. So perfection is always incomplete, and therefore represents a final state that is hopelessly sterile. Okay,
Yes,
perfection.
That line really nailed me when I saw that in the book. Wow.
Yeah, imperfectum carries within it the seeds of its own improvement. Perfectionism always ends in a blind alley, while completeness by itself lacks selective values. Okay, so
And
then,
by selective values, he means what?
Is that the accommodation?
yeah, that's the accommodation, I
Being
think.
that completeness, you're
That's,
actually giving up a little.
huh?
You're actually giving up a little to get that's why it's selective. The terms are.
Are pretty bad.
Well, he talks in his other book about values, and he's talking about them as psychic facts. So they have a value on the psychic side. They have a value, an emotional value, higher level, whatever, or character of emotion. I think that's what he means by values.